Good day everyone. This video covers SSI Status Turnaround Workbook tools, which use data in your Microsoft project schedule to create to-do lists as Excel worksheets for members of the project team. As long as you have the name of a performing or responsible manager or team member identified in any text field in Microsoft Project, you can use SSI tools for Excel to make simple, user-friendly worksheets showing the tasks due in the current reporting period. And if you like, you can even show future tasks as far ahead in the schedule as you want. Your objective by the end of any reporting period is to have the finished and remaining work recorded in the schedule so that all actual performance is shown before the status date and all remaining work is after the status date. Any task or milestone with a date before the status date must be an actual date, and any date after the status date must be a forecast date. Likewise, any work or cost factors before the status date must be actual values, and anything after the status date must be remaining values. Don't look at the shaded part of this task to determine if it's on track. Though the black shaded center meets the status date, both the start, which is an actual date in this example, and the finish, a forecasted date, are later than their respective baseline. Though this task is properly statused, it did start late, and it is forecast to finish late as well. At any point during the execution of a project, some tasks will be due to start or finish in the current reporting period, and other tasks will be just outside that period. SSI tools for Excel will find these tasks according to their owner and make a worksheet showing which tasks should show actual start and actual finish dates, and which tasks should be in progress. You can also set up the SSI Excel tool named Status Turnaround Workbook to show tasks ahead of the status date. This gives your team members a heads up to what will be due in the next reporting periods. Since knowing who is responsible for posting status to sections of the project plan, I'll start by showing you how you can identify the task status owners in a project. In this example, 3 text fields are used to identify ownership of tasks. The contact field may be the actual name of the individual who is responsible for or who directly performs the task. The column titled OBS, which stands for Organizational Breakdown Structure, may be the performing team or department rather than the individual who performs the task. WP Parent, for Work Package Parent, could be an accounting code or control account, which may be another way you want to organize tasks when you collect status for this project. SSI tools can use any of these text fields or any other text field in a project to decompose this project for status turnaround worksheets. I'll open an empty worksheet and show you how that works using SSI tools for Excel. Here's an empty Excel workbook with 3 empty sheets named Sheet 1, Sheet 2, and Sheet 3. I'll use SSI tools for Excel to add another worksheet named Template to this workbook. Here's a simple template that comes with SSI tools for Excel. Columns A, B, and C are fixed and used for unique ID, which is hidden, ID, or row number in a project, and name. You can't change these columns in the template, but you can add, insert, or remove any other column through column T. I'll tailor this template by inserting a column between E and F named PCT-CMP for percent complete. My users may understand what PCT-CMP means, but that's not actually a Microsoft project field name. SSI tools for Excel lets you enter a user-friendly name as a column title on row 2. Then you can insert a comment to provide the exact mapping to a Microsoft project data field. I'll map PCT-CMP to physical percent complete. Then I'll read all the cell notes into the template sheet setup form by clicking this button. Now my template is tailored to suit the needs of my project. I like to color code and group cells on row 1 so my users know which columns they're expected to use for updates. In this example, I'm using yellow for user input, but you can use any style you like. Notice the titles on row 2, columns D and E, Just like %complete, these have a user-friendly name, even though their actual data will come from Microsoft Project's actual start and actual finish date field. Whenever you add columns in the template, you may also need to format the data type of that column. PCT-CMP, for example, is not a date field. Excel formatted it as dates since the columns on either side were dates. Whenever you add a %complete column, you must format it as text, since that matches its data type in Microsoft Project. Using a date, number, or even percentage data type will not work well with Microsoft Project %complete fields. Dates in Project should be formatted as dates. Format number fields in Project as numbers in Excel. You can format cost fields in Microsoft Project as currency, but work fields in Project must be formatted as text since they contain numbers and letters. In fact, any data field in Project that includes numbers and letters must be formatted as text in Excel. Once the template's complete, you can save it for future use as an Excel workbook file that you'll open whenever you need to make status worksheets. You can also set your modified template as the SSI Tools application level template by clicking the button named Set as Master Template, which becomes active when you click the button above it. I'll continue using this workbook to show you how to make a worksheet for each member or organization of the project. Select the tab named Make Status Sheets and follow the 4 simple steps below Quick Notes, which say, get task owner names listed in the project, select names from the list of task owners, make sheets for each selected name, and finally, get tasks. Task owner names can be any text value in Microsoft Project. Contact, if you remember from the beginning of this video, is named individuals. The list of unique names in the contact field is displayed when I click the button named Get Task Owner Names listed in the project field. Text 2 is my organizational breakdown structure, or OBS. Here's a list of unique names in text field 2. Select one or more names in the list of task owners, then click the button named Make a Sheet for each selected name. Now a new sheet exists in this workbook for each OBS team. Finally, click the button named Get Tasks to make a to-do list, in this example for each member of the OBS. Here's what the to-do list looks like for the systems engineering team. Yellow means the tasks should start, finish, or make additional progress during the reporting period. These tasks need to be updated by their respective task owner. Gray in a date field means the date is an actual date. Blue means the date will be due in the next reporting period. From this point, you have many options for utilizing these status sheets on a project. You could just provide these sheets to your team, have them gather and report status to the schedulers during a status meeting. You can also have them complete and return the sheets to the scheduling team ahead of a status meeting to enable some preliminary analysis of the impact caused by early or late tasks. Additional tabs in this workbook include Save Status Sheets, which separate each sheet by task owner to facilitate the distribution of sheets to their respective owner. Track Changes is useful if sheets are given back to the schedulers ahead of a status meeting. It can show you the differences between what was originally provided versus the updates given by the task owner. The tab name Post Status can even be used to import updates back into the project. Regardless of your implementation approach, we always recommend meeting in person with task owners to implement status updates in the live schedule. This way you can see impacts and resolve schedule variances while working directly with the task owner. Thanks again for watching this video. Let us know if we can help you implement SSI Excel tools for status reporting. User's guides, quick start guides, and examples of briefings you can give to your team when using these tools are all available. Subscribe to our video channel and click the notification bell so you'll know whenever we post additional content. Have a great day, and thank you for your interest in SSI tools.